really wasn't planning on doing a video today, but this is for me and for anybody else who is having a difficult time feeling like you can't. You're looking at a person that consistently, year after year, month after month, day after day, told themselves subconsciously that I would, even though my body wasn't even moving. I was stuck. Like it was like my subconscious was fighting to actually inhabit my body and do the things that I knew that I was capable of, but yet still I was stuck. It was like I was frozen in time. Today is Valentine's Day. Well, the day that's coined as Valentine's Day. But every day should be Valentine's Day if you actually are a child of God. He says, how can you love me whom you have not seen and not love your brother or sister whom you see every day? I'm guilty of it. Allowing emotions and impulse feelings to take control of my mental, and thereby giving off that energy of not caring or not being loved. And parts of it too is because I actually didn't feel love. And let me say this, there's a difference in between what you say and who you are, right? There's a way for you to respectfully tell a person how you feel. You are entitled to every emotion that you feel. People may not understand you. That's why I encourage a lot of people to do what I do. Whether you're talking to yourself or you writing it in a journal, in a notebook, you have to get it out some kind of way. Fortunately, today I took it upon myself to do something different that I wouldn't normally do unless I had somebody else to do it with me or to push me to do it. In the past, that person has always been my brother-in-law. I would always call him, hey, I need to get in the gym. But it was always inconsistent. I had him to kind of help me push, but I didn't have the consistency. And a part of me was drawn to that in him because he has this type of consistency about him. Like this inner strength that can't be denied, that forces him to just get up and go. He's one of those people that I've always looked at as being fearless. Kind of like me. Don't take no shit. Call it how we see it. And it sometimes can come off as being offensive. Me. But the biggest hearts may come off at times as being uncaring. And that isn't the case. That's why a lot of us like to say give people the benefit of the doubt. That's true. You have to give people the benefit of the doubt. You don't know what people are dealing with on a day-to-day basis. So R. Kelly, I may say we can walk, but I don't mean it. And I make name call, but I don't mean it. I might pull some silly stunts, but that's just a front. I don't mean it. Y'all heard the horn. I mean the train. And that's Nike's mantra or their slogan. Just do it. Easier said than done. Woo, trust me, I know. But you gotta just do it. You gotta get up and go. You gotta get up and move. You got to put fuel to it. Make your mind obey your body. What you put in is what you get out, right? My doctor's appointment last week, I come in with a Red Bull. And my nurse, Taylor, she says, your blood pressure is 146/98. Now, knowingly, or I know, excuse me, rather, high blood pressure runs on the maternal side of my family, as does cancer and sickle cell, I think, and a predisposition to overweight. But, well, I ain't gonna say overweight, but we thick, or I was. Everybody in my family got hips, dips, and curves. And you see me now, I'm my daddy's twin. Same size, everything. And he comes in, and he's about to go to another patient, but I've made it easy on him in the last couple of months. When I first started, it was tough. But I was looking at somebody that was fighting for me, with me. And in 2 minutes, if that long, I'm going out. I got the Red Bull in my hand. He's snatching it. What he didn't say was quit. But that's the message that he sent. Get rid of it. He's not my doctor, but he is my doctor, right? I have what's called medication assisted treatment. Some people say you're replacing one thing for the other. You can call it what you want. But always know it's the person within that has the courage to step up and say, I gotta do something. I gotta change this. So if that's a temporary remedy for myself and for others with an overcomer spirit, then so be it. No one thing lasts forever. But believe you me, healing is the end goal. Period. Physically, mentally, and emotionally. Right? You can have all the people in the world willing to help you accomplish all of those goals, but you also gotta be complicit and compliant to the goal as well. You gotta work with them. You gotta do the work. You gotta put the work in, right? We nursed as babies, and the Bible says when we were children, we acted as children. Unfortunately, everybody gets older, but not everybody grows up. It's time to grow up. Message. And I'm not saying anything that doesn't apply to me, because everything that I say is because I feel it, and I want others to know that if I can overcome all of the challenges and the obstacles that's been thrown at me in my 37 years of living, you can too. But you've got to be willing to do the work. Be an advocate for yourself And then you can become an advocate for others as well. But they got to be willing to do the work too. I'm at Gaffney High a couple of days ago. A 14-year-old student accidentally shot himself in the chest at a friend's house. And on Valentine's Day, I don't have my two, right? But I took a long pause. I got in my car and I just drove quiet. I didn't even have the radio on. And I asked God to let me see the bigger picture. What is it that you want me to see? And he said, you say unconditional love is I love you regardless, not if, right? Train up the child in the way that he should go, and they will not depart from it. Whether or not the people you love the most are near or far, if you show them love, they'll never forget it. Your children, if you train them up, they'll never forget it. Consistent daily reminders of love and peace with all people. It's not about what you see, it's about what you feel. I don't know that baby, I don't know his family, but I send my condolences to him and the others that were there. When my brother passed, I remember at the funeral, Pastor Burnside said, God never intended for it to hurt. Nevertheless, it had to happen. That's a part of the human experience. That's a part of the flesh. We are humans. No, we're souls having a human experience, right? And if we are to embody the Spirit of Christ, you got to make the experience count. There was nothing that nobody could do in that moment to save that baby. Doctors try, nurses try, EMTs try, people around them were probably trying. And I'm pretty sure no one wanted to see that in that moment. I know what it feels like to watch someone you love take their last breath. Maybe not as gruesome as that probably was, but nevertheless, the experience and the mental agony and the anguish of seeing someone you love leave. You get out what you put in. We buy balloons. We buy flowers. But what are you really giving? By now, for some people, it's probably just routine. Oh, yeah, man, let me go get us some flowers. I wonder if I think I forgot about her. This shit getting old. Breaking me. Shit. Oh, you ain't getting me nothing today? Oh, honey. Woo, yes, right? No. And that's the materialistic aspect and the expectations that come along with holidays. But on a day like today, gotta be willing to change the narrative. We see everything else. We got a holiday for everything. One day a year. Labor Day, Memorial Day, 4th of July, Juneteenth, Christmas, Easter, St. Patrick's Day, MLK Day. Oh, happy Black History Month too. I don't see color. So, I will say peace and blessings to everybody. Black, purple, green, red, white, and blue. That continuously fought for equality and justice amongst everybody. But anyway, at the reservation, Gaffney Indians. We really got to learn how to inherit the spirit of a tribe, right? A soul tribe. Because at the end of the day, all that matters is God saying, well done, my good and faithful servant. Well done. I thank God that even in the midst of everything that I've gone through, the wins, the losses, the ups, the downs, He was faithful enough to extend His grace and mercy to me. And even in this moment, I feel so much peace because now is when I hear Him say, you got this. I gave you this fight because I knew you could do it. That little bitty 5'2", 108-pound girl, I knew you could do it. Don't give up. It may not feel good, but remember, it's not happening to you, it's happening for you. God is working through you, for you. Have a mind open to anything and attached to nothing. There are no justified resentments. And start with self. Forgive self first. Learn how to look at that person in the mirror and say, come what may. No matter how it looks, no matter how it feels, work out the salvation that is within you. Come out of that heavy place of fear and doubt. Speak to that mountain. I'm talking about speak. Everything is working together for my good. And don't worry about people. That was my problem. People, places, things. And God said, what about me? What about how I feel? What about me? What about me? Right? There's nothing too big, nothing too hard for God. Nothing. Nothing. God has not given us a spirit of fear, but He has given us power. Don't wait for the priest or the pastor to pray for you. Pray for yourself. Don't wait for the priest or the pastor to lay hands on your kids. Do it yourself. Don't wait until you broke and trying to figure out how you're going to pay the power bill. God always provides. Stick with Him. I keep telling you, God's currency, man, oh man, oh man. Bitcoin ain't got nothing on it. The more you start to feel the presence and love of God, everything else around you just slowly begins to move and work in your favor. I had to learn how to operate in faith because that's all I have. I am embodying the essence of just being present and allowing God to do what it is He's going to do through me, for others. Remember, the only prerequisite for healing is hope. Allow yourself to live. Pray for these babies. Pray for the teachers, the staff, parents, the school bus drivers, their friends. They say it takes a village, and we have the audacity to show up at the reservation for every football game, every basketball game. And cheer on the Indians. Indians. And Gaffney Middle got the Chiefs. Grenard has the Warriors. Limestone College has the Saints. What about it? What about it? So it doesn't matter where you go. If you are embodying the Spirit of Christ and what He stands for, you are standing on blessed ground. Work out what's in you. Start cleaning up what you messed up. My favorite song as a kid was by the Williams Brothers. I'm just a nobody, trying to tell everybody about somebody who can save anybody. That's still the goal, ultimately. And to think that my brother died with the assignment. Maybe it wasn't for him to complete, but that's between me and God. What yours is between you and God. All I'm here to do is to give the message. Pay it forward. Touch somebody. Love on your people. Love on the people that don't love you. It's hard. It is tough. But I promise you, God judges a man by the intentions of his heart. I don't look for reward from man. I don't. But I do believe in the promise of God. And that's what I'm waiting on. The heaviness of that cross. Oh, imagine that. But he didn't look back. I was probably rambling. But this is a transparent moment. I know it's dark, but that's fine. And I'm at the reservation with two braids looking like Pocahontas. Oh, I embody the spirit of a warrior. Best believe it. But I love y'all. It's time to take it in. From my mouth to your ears, to God's heart. I pray y'all have a fabulous day. Be blessed. And stay prayed up. Please. Something's gotta change. And I do believe that we can be the change. We just gotta do it. We gotta put the work in. What's the saying? Be the change that you wanna see. There you go. I love y'all. From the bottom, like my girl Spiritual Sag say, from the bottom of my feet. Y'all be blessed. Good night.